say, good job, self. So today is Sparkle Friday. I hope you wore your Harvey Green t-shirt if you have one, or a silly shirt, something you really like. I wore my Harvey Green shirt, and I'm wearing a sweater that a friend gave me that she made. And I'm wearing my sparkle skirt today for Sparkle Friday. And then I have silly socks on. So don't forget, on Fridays, it's still Sparkle Friday. So you can wear fun, silly socks, a shirt you really like, maybe have a fun hat. But you can wear anything you want that makes you smile for Sparkle Friday. Today, before we get started, I wanted to show you that I started something called my coronavirus quarantine quilt. And it's going to be made up of all the pictures I get from you guys of you working really hard on all the different activities that I talk about in my video, and any other pictures that I get from you guys while we are apart during this time. So I already put this together, and I put your names underneath with all your beautiful hard work that you've been sending me. So thank you for sending me it. It makes me feel really happy to see your faces and to see you working hard, even though you're at home and we're not together, and you're still learning and growing and doing a great job. Something else I wanted to tell you about is this week in our house, we've all taken turns feeling happy, sad, a little lonely, or a little frustrated, and all those feelings are okay to have. That's just part of life. And so it's been a little bit challenging for us this week. So we sat down as a family and we made a list of things that we are looking forward to getting to do again once all this craziness is over. So I just want to show you, this is our list. Made it as a family. The top of our list is we miss hanging out with our friends. And that includes you guys. I miss seeing you every day. So we can't wait to hang out with our friends again. We can't wait to go to the beach, to go to our favorite restaurants like La Piñata and Yugo Ramen. Can't wait to go on a trip together. We had wanted to go to the Florida Everglades over spring break, but that's canceled now. So we're going to stay here and we're going to work on planning a trip for once all of this is over. We miss going to the movies. We were going to go to the movies the weekend that everything shut down. We can't wait to go back to school. My kids really miss their friends, and they miss their teachers, and they miss their routine of being at school at Walters and at Kennedy. So they can't wait to go back and get back into their routine. And we really miss visiting our family. So we're all spread out right now, and we're not visiting each other. So we can't wait to get together in person again and give each other hugs and have some good laughs and eat dinner together. So at the bottom I wrote, as soon as this is over, we will do all the things above. So all of these things, this is our list, and we're gonna tape it on our wall so that we see it every day. And we remember that even though it's hard right now, it's not gonna last forever. Things will go back to normal soon, hopefully. So try to stay positive and make a list with your family this weekend. Maybe you can sit down together. If you can't write the words, you can draw pictures of things you can't wait to do again, okay? All right, so let's get started. We've been learning about plants this week. So today we're gonna write about plants. We're gonna do our can have our charts, which I did this in the last video. I think it was episode 8 that I showed parents how to use the can have our chart as a step we do before writing. So we're gonna do informational writing again this week, and then next week we're gonna shift over to start working on narrative writing, which is like telling a story. So let's start with can. And we're talking about plants. We draw a line. This is our column for things that plants can do. So I'm only going to think of one thing, and then I want you to think of other things that plants can do, okay? And remember, we can look back at the other videos. We can think about what we learned earlier this year about, the parts of a plant. We can think about how to take care of a plant or plant needs. You can look at yesterday's video when we took a tour of my garden. I talked a lot about plants then too. So use all of your knowledge to help fill out this chart, okay? So something a plant can do. Ooh, plants can grow. 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 And is that true? That's a fact, right? Something that is true. A plant can grow. So I'm going to draw the stem growing up towards the sun. And I'm going to draw some leaves because a plant can grow leaves. And here's the roots at the bottom. And I'm also going to draw a little flower at the top. This is an all green plant. Okay? So that's for our can column. I know you can think of other things plants can do. So you can do that at home. Okay? So now we're going to move on to the have column. Have. So start thinking about things a plant has or that plants have. Okay? They have lots of things. I'm going to start from the bottom up when I think about the different parts a plant has. And I'm going to write roots because plants have roots. And the roots help plants absorb nutrients that are in the ground and take water up to the plant. Okay, and the roots grow under the ground here. They also help hold the plant in place so it doesn't just blow away. Okay, so we have a plants can grow, plants have roots, and the last column is are. Plants are. So I'm going to write plants are, I'm going to think of my color words. Plants are green. Because there's a lot of plants out there that have something green on them. It could be the stem, it could be the leaves. So plants are green. I'm going to grab my green marker again. And I'm going to just color some green so that I remember that's what this word is. And remember, parents, when your kids are writing, they're going to take this information, but they're not going to write this little picture next to the word. This is just to help them remember if they're doing this all on their own, that this picture might remind them of what the word is if they can't read it, okay? So that's just my simple can have are chart because we went over it in a little bit more detail last week. So I want you to think about more things plants can have or are. I think the have column might end up being the longest. All right, I'm gonna grab my paper really quickly, so I'll be right back. Banana break. All right, now we're ready to do our writing, but before we do, I need to feed Flippy, Floppy, and Ted. They're famished. Whoa, look at them go. They're so sprightly today. Okay, I forgot to label or to start our sentence up here when we made our can have are chart. Usually I would write what we were talking about at the top. That way the kids have the word as a reference to help make their sentence. So plants can grow. Plants have roots. Plants are green. Okay, so they kind of have everything they need to build a simple sentence. So today we're going to talk about adding a little detail into our sentences now. It's that time of year I think the kids are ready for the challenge. So this part of my paper up here is going to be left for my colorful illustration or drawing at the end. And I'm going to start by writing my sentence. So I need to write what or who I am talking about first. So I'm going to write the word plants using an uppercase or capital letter at the very beginning. All of the other letters should be lowercase. Plants, make sure to use a finger space. Plants can, it's a sight word, can. Now I'm going to use the word grow. Grow. Now that is a very good, simple sentence, but I think I could add more detail to paint an even prettier picture for whoever reads my writing. So I'm gonna write, plants can grow tall, okay? Because some plants can grow really tall. So I'm gonna sound it out using my estimated spelling to write the word tall. So the first sound I hear is t, t. What letter makes that sound? T. makes that sound? Well, I hear an O. If you hear A, that's okay, but I hear an O. Tall, oh. What letter makes that sound? L. Good job. Now let's read our sentence. Plants can grow tall. At the end, we always put a period on the ground at the end of our sentence, okay? That means we're gonna take a little pause. Parents, if your child knows how to write the dictionary spelling for some of these words, that's fine. They can write the dictionary spelling. But for kids who are still learning, which all of them are, how to spell some of these new words that they're not quite familiar with, just encourage them to use their estimated spelling and go letter by letter to write the sounds that they're hearing, okay? So plants can grow tall. I'm ready for my next column, which is have. So instead of saying plants again, I'm going to change it to they, because we already know I'm talking about plants, so we can use the word they. So it's going to be a capital or uppercase T, because it's a new sentence. The rest of the letters will be lowercase. And they is the with a Y. Okay? So they, meaning plants, have, finger space, have roots. Roots. That's the word I'm going to write, roots. But before I do, I think I'm going to use one of our color words to describe the roots. So roots are usually what color? Brown. So I'm going to write, they have brown roots. And if I forget, I can go back and watch the video with the color words on it, or I can sound it out. So I'm going to use my chart over there with the color words on it to find the word brown. Okay, and I'm going to write it. They have brown. I'm out of space here, so I need to do a return sweep. Okay, so I need to come back to the beginning right underneath. They have brown roots. Okay, that's another nice sentence. Now my last sentence is going to come from the R column, okay? And I'm going to use the word plants again. So plants remember, capital letter right after the period. You don't start a new sentence underneath. You can start right after the period, okay? Plants are, don't forget finger spaces. Plants are green. I could say plants are green. Oh, return sweep. I'm going to come down here because I don't think I can fit the word green there. And I don't want to run out of space. So green. Plants are green. Now I can use that word and. A-N-D. Okay? So I can use the word and to give two details about plants. Plants are green and plants are green and leafy. That's right, Trixie. They are leafy. All right, plants are green and leafy. Oh. Here an L. E. It's that long vowel sound, long E. Leaf. F, leaf, E, another long E sound, E. It's saying its own name, leafy. All right, I put a period at the end. Don't forget your period, okay? Let me reread my writing because that's what all good writers do. Plants can grow tall. They have brown roots. Plants are green and leafy. See how we made our writing even more interesting by adding some extra detail? So I challenge you today, instead of writing simple sentences, you can add a little extra detail to them, okay? So try it out. Also at the top, don't forget, you need to make a nice, colorful illustration that matches your writing. If I'm talking about plants here, I'm not going to draw a giant cat with a unicorn horn, okay? So remember, I'm talking about plants. So your drawing should match your writing. Let me just draw a quick, I'm gonna draw a flower with roots coming down. Okay, and then I'm gonna draw the petals. This looks like a tree almost, but it's okay. And I know there's seeds in the center of my flower. Okay, and then I know it's growing outside in the sun. It's getting sunlight so that it can get energy from the sun so that it can grow big and tall. There's dirt outside and soil that it's in. So here's my little dirt and soil. There's some clouds in the sky giving the plant some water. The rain comes down from the clouds and gives them some water. So here's the raindrops. I could even add a little rainbow in over here if I wanted to. Okay, and then later I'm gonna go back in and color it to make it really, really nice to look at, okay? So try this out today. Try your writing, do your best job that you can. And remember, you can send me a picture in blooms once you're done, okay? Let's go outside and check on our plant now. All right, we're back in my backyard again, and we're gonna check on our plant to see if there's any changes. So this is day 4 since we planted our bush bean seeds. We planted 3 of them. So take a close look in the pot. And again, we don't see any change yet. So we'll give it the weekend and then we'll check back on Monday and see how it looks. See if we see anything starting to sprout out of the soil, okay? So remember, you're gonna get your plant journal out. Here's the cover of mine. And you're gonna turn to the next page. Here's my day 3. I still need to go back and color it in. So I'm gonna put day 4 on this side. And I'm gonna write a sentence. So let me put day 4 at the top. And then I'm gonna draw a quick sketch of the plant. I'm gonna look at it and see how it looks. And then I'm going to draw the soil again. And the clouds, it's pretty thick with clouds still today, but I can see some sun. So I could draw that in my picture. And then I'm gonna write a quick sentence. So my sentence today is going to be, our plant has not grown yet. Same one as yesterday, because our plant still has not grown yet, and that's okay because we're waiting patiently. And nature takes time. Every seed is gonna take time to sprout and grow, okay? It doesn't just grow overnight, so it takes some time, okay? I also wanted to show you something fun you could do over the weekend. If your parents happen to be out somewhere near a hardware store like Home Depot or Lowe's or Dale's Hardware, or anywhere they see a clay pot, they could pick up a clay pot for you to paint. So we spent some time this week painting pots for us to plant some flower seeds in. So this is Camden's pot. Did such a nice job. And you can see right here, before he started painting, he drew a picture of what he wanted to put on his pot. That way, you know, you can't erase paint. So he used his pencil to draw his picture, and then he made some happy clouds and a sun and a really cool tree. And then Mr. Phillips did this really amazing pot with almost like a sunset with the mountains. And then this is mine, sort of like the sun setting with mountains. You can kind of see that it's getting dark wherever this is. And Ashton has not painted his yet, so he's gonna paint his too, and then we're all gonna plant together this weekend some pretty flower seeds, okay? So it's something to try. All we did was buy clay pots. They're about $1.50 for this size. And then we bought some Ceramicoat paint. And I know Joann's is closed. You can't go in and shop around in there. But they are doing curbside pickup. So you can order the paints online and pick them up in the same day, and they'll actually bring your bag out to you so you don't have to go inside. I think Michael's might be doing the same thing. So it's Ceramicoat paint. That way it stays on your pot. Even if it's outside raining, the paint won't come off, okay? I think acrylic might work as well. So if you have acrylic paint at home already, you can use that too. So if you do this, send me a picture. I want to see. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.